Wait, Chris and Squexed. Yediction Win-Win. Good morning. Hi, I'm Chris. Thanks for coming. This is the Indigenous Film Review, and I am talking today about American Gods, Season 1 and Season 2. So this is based on Neil Gaiman's, one of my heroes. Well, let's not get crazy. He's a good writer. But he's written some pretty cool stuff, like Sandman series. Oh, so good. I heard that's going to be turned into a TV series, and I hope they don't screw that up. But American Gods was a series that I was really looking forward to. I couldn't believe they actually made it into a TV series. Like, there's some scenes in the book that you're like, how are they going to do that? They did a really good job, actually. It's not true to the book per se. It's like probably half the book, half of the stories in the book. Basically, the premise is this. And I gave Neil Gaiman shit about it, actually, and he responded to me. You never know. The American gods are the gods that came over with people during the Age of Exploration and the resettlement of the Americas. Colonialism, right? So there's like, Irish and German and Slavic and all different kinds of gods from all over Europe that come over, and Africa, that come over with the slaves, they come over with the colonialists, they come over with the explorers, and they stay, right? And this is the part that I gave Neil Gaiman shit about, is that in the book, he's like, it's a vast, empty land. Oh, geez, how typically colonial. And I said that to him. There's nothing here. And I'm like, dude, we all had. There's hundreds of entities here. There's, it just kind of pissed me off a bit, the way he typically colonially said that. And minimized the entire indigenous gods, goddesses experience to like 3 pages, like up yours, Neil. But it's still a good story. So the American gods are here, and this is the story of their fight for survival, because there's new gods. And the new gods are, technology, communications, the internet, media, telecommunications. They're the new gods that we all worship, right? The old gods are like money and revenge and desire and the 7 kind of cardinal deadly sins. That's kind of the old gods, very Old Testament-y kind of stuff. And then the African gods, which are cool. And then so they're fighting basically for their survival, because as time has progressed, the old gods are dying. There's less and less people following them over the decades and decades and centuries. And so they're just clinging on to little niches of being a god. And the new ones are rising, and so they want to get rid of them, erase them from history, as fascists typically do when they take power of a new place. So there's this battle between the gods. There's a guy named Shadow Moon who's the assistant to the main god, the Norse god. And it's good. Like, the TV series is good. I like it. I really enjoyed watching it. There's some really good animation in it. There's some really good storytelling in it. They did kind of beef up the indigenous content a bit as well. And I Facebook messaged Neil Gaiman, and I gave him shit. I'm like, man, thanks for minimizing our spiritual beliefs and spiritual gods and goddesses and shapeshifters and tricksters and all that sort of stuff. And he actually responded. I can't remember what he said exactly, but he didn't apologize, of course. But he did say, read the book again, and there's more to it than that. Cryptic, right? So I reread the parts where there's the indigenous representation, and it still sucks, right? In the book, it still sucks. In the TV show, they got it better. So that's it. I would really recommend it. The only caveat emptor is it takes an incredible amount of time between seasons. Like, I think there was 2 years of development before they even got to season two. So you lose momentum, right? Season one was great. I really liked it. Came out gangbusters. It was really exciting to watch and unpredictable and fun. And then season two took 2 friggin' years to come out, and I couldn't remember. I could barely remember the book. I'm rewatching season one right now because I just watched season two, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And they keep changing characters, and they keep losing actors, and they keep losing production, so that's never a good sign. It's good though. Season two is really good. Not as good as season one, but really good. And I'm going to start watching season three now that it's started, so I don't lose track of what the heck's going on. And yeah, it's good. I give it 7 out of 10 thumbs. 7 out of 10 thumbs, eh? It's a good complex storyline, and there's lots of side adventures and quests, and I love reading about mythology and gods and goddesses and characters in between. Granny will fall asleep in this one, and Auntie will probably get up and go do something in the garden or go do some canning or like go for a walk instead of watching this because it's so long. And Uncle would be up in the mountains riding horse and not paying attention to this at all. But for us urban res Indians, I think you should check out American Gods. Season 1 and Season 2. Check them out. They are on streaming services that I will not name, but you can find them easy. Just Google search American Gods streaming online and you'll find it, or just download it. It's good. I like it. I liked it enough to buy it, both seasons. So, Cook Stretchum, everybody, and thanks for dropping by the Indigenous Film Review, the Res Reviews. I'm your host, Chris Bose. Don't forget to hit like, give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe to it and hit notifications so you get to see this. I'll post a review every 2 or 3 days of stuff I'm watching, and yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for coming.